Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's Brittany here, aka Empowered Para, and on today's video I'm going to talk to you guys about how to put on shoes when you're paralyzed, and I'm also going to talk to you about the types of shoes that I look for in order to make it easier to put them on. I recently had a question in the comment section about how I put on shoes, so that's why I'm doing this video. I am going to talk to you guys first about sandals because I'm already barefoot, so then I can put the sandals on easier. And then I'll talk to you about how I put on my running shoes and some boots. So starting off with the sandals, the first thing that I look for when I'm buying sandals is a way that they can either be stretchy in the back or undo in the back. When I put on any shoes, I always lift my foot straight up like this, and then I rest it in the arm that's on the same side as the foot that I'm putting the shoe on. So I hold it with my hand, I hold my foot with my hand just under my toes, and then I rest my knee and my elbow so that my foot doesn't fall. And then I take my shoe with my other hand and I slide it on my toes. In this case, I have to slide it on so that I can get my toes in between, or the strap in between my big toe and my middle toe. And then I move my hand up to my ankle so that I can sort of like maneuver my foot. And then I just slide the heel on the back. I can also put my shoe on like this. I want to do it like this. I just put my leg up, hold my foot so that it's sort of stiff, and then I put the shoe on with the other hand, slide it on, make sure my toes separate where the flip-flop part goes, and then lift up my foot with my hand and slide the strap on the heel. And then I just make sure my feet are on my foot plate, and that's it. And then when I go to take off my shoes, I either lift up like this and hold my foot just like I was before when I slid the strap on the heel, and slide it off the heel the opposite way. And then same for this foot. Or I put my foot up here and slide it off that way. Okay, so that was pair of sandals number 1. Pair of sandals number 2. Same thing, foot up. And then again, rest my leg in my elbow, hold my foot with my hand, and then I take the back of the sandal where it's open, and then I slide my toes in. Make sure my one toe isn't curled under. Then I hold it up. In this case, I'm going to hold my foot with this hand so that I can reach the zipper with this one underneath, and then zip it up. And then again, just resting my leg in my elbow, holding my foot with my other hand, taking my sandal, sliding it on, and then I lift it up with this hand so that I can grab the zipper underneath with these fingers, and then pull it up. And that's it. Okay, so I can take my sandal off like this by putting my foot up like that, or pulling it up straight up like this and lifting it out like this to access the zipper with my other hand and then pull it off. Okay, so now onto the shoes and the boots. But before I talk to you about that, I'm going to talk to you about socks. It's important to wear socks to protect your feet from all the moisture that can build up in your shoes. I know my feet sweat sometimes, and so it's important for me to wear socks, but I don't want socks that are really bulky because they wrinkle up sometimes and that can cause pressure problems. And they can also make your foot bigger and less easy to slide into the shoe. So I get these little socket things, and they don't even go up my ankle. They just go up to my heel, and the very front of the sock just goes up about 3/4 of the way up my foot. And so it doesn't come up to my ankle at all. And so when I'm putting these on, I just put my foot up like I would be putting on a shoe, and then I stretch my sock out with my 2 thumbs, and while holding with my fingers underneath, I pull the sock on the front of my foot, and then I lift up again with the hand that's holding the leg, and then pull with the other hand the heel of the sock on. Same thing with my other foot. So again, just holding my hands under my foot, and then I take my thumbs and I stretch the sock out, pull it on my toes, and then lift up with the same hand that I'm holding, or with the same arm that I hold my leg with, and then pull with the other hand the heel of the sock on. Okay, so now my socks are on. I have 3 different types of shoes that I wear, and they are my running shoes, my slip-on sneakers, and my boots that are winter boots that are nice and warm. And so my slip-on sneakers are probably what I wear the most because they're just easy to get on. You can see they're really dirty because I wear them all the time. And they have laces that sort of knot up, if you can see that. So they're always knotted, and then there's a stretchy heel, so I can pull it on easily. They go on really easily. The only annoying part is that sometimes they come off really easily because they're stretchy. So sometimes if I catch my heel on my foot plate or something, it'll slide the shoe off. But that doesn't happen too often, and I like the fact that they're easy to get on, so I wear them a lot. Okay, so leg up, holding in my elbow with the same arm, or the arm on the same side as the foot that I want the shoe on. And then I take the shoe and I hold it by the tongue or the toe, depending on the shoe. But for this one, I'm gonna hold it by the tongue of the shoe, and then I slide it about halfway on, and then I take the hand that I'm holding my leg with, and I slide it over top of my toes and make sure that they're flat, like squish them flat. And then I finish sliding my shoe on, hold it up just like I was putting my sock on, take the heel of the shoe and put my thumb in it, and then pull it on the heel of my foot. If you can't pull your leg up straight like this and hold it, then you can just put your leg sideways like this, and then put your shoe on that way. So when I do it like this, I take the tongue of the shoe and slide it onto my toes. And then again, I get it about halfway on, and then I push my hand inside the shoe on top of my toes and make sure my toes are straight. Then I lift up underneath like this and pull the heel on my shoe. If it's a harder shoe to get on, sometimes I come around like this and push, but I'll show you guys that when I put my boots on. Okay, so now the shoe's coming off, and I can either lift up like this and take it off, or I can lift over like this and take the shoe off. Okay, now my running shoes. So normally I don't actually unlace them, I just kind of keep them really loose, but I'll show you guys how I can undo the laces and do them up when I am putting them on. So I can undo the laces, and then pull my foot up, rest it in my arm like this, hold onto my toes, grab the tongue of the shoe, slide it on my foot about halfway, push my hand into the shoe on top of my toes, make sure my toes are all flat, grab the heel of the shoe, and then I push with my chest and my arm on forward until my heel goes into my shoe. So that's a technique that is really handy because it's really hard sometimes to get a limp foot into a shoe. And so I found that if I get it about halfway, grab the bottom of the shoe while I'm putting my heel in to hold the bottom of the shoe in place and push forward with my chest and my shoulder where my knee is, then my foot goes in the shoe really quite easily. And then I just rest my leg in my elbow and then do the laces up like this. Okay, and then I'll show you guys how to put the other shoe on like this in case you can't put your leg up like I did. So lace is undone, open up the tongue, put it on my toes about halfway in, put my hand inside the shoe, flatten out my toes, and then for this one, I'm gonna put my elbow on the other side of my knee, grab the heel of my shoe with my other thumb, and then push kind of sideways, put my brakes on, push sideways, so that I can push my heel in. So again, that's another way that I put my heel in a shoe that's more tight, and then just tie up the laces. And then I just make sure my feet are on the foot plate. Nice. And that's it. Okay, so last pair is the boots. I pull my foot up to take these shoes off like that. Or I can take them off like this, sideways, and push them off. Okay, so now for the boots. So one thing I always make sure when I buy boots is that they have a zipper that goes all the way down. Most of the boots now, I would say like 70% of boots have a zipper all the way down just because it's easier for anybody to open up their boots and put their foot in. So they're easy to find. And then I just put them on this basically the same way, except there's a little bit more material to have to worry about. So pull my foot up, hold it with my arm and my hand, resting my heel on my cushion. Then I take the back of the boot material right at the bottom of the zipper, and I hold it with I grip it, and then I grab the toe of it and underneath so that I can push my toes into it. Then I put my hand inside the boot again to flatten my toes, and then I push or pull the boot material up under my leg and grab this side too. And again, I lean forward, holding the boot material, and then pulling up with the boot material and pushing down with my chest on my knee so that my heel goes in the boot. And then I can feel when it hits the bottom of the boot. And then I just hold the back of the boot material and kind of hold my leg up and then zip up the zipper with my other hand. And then this boot I'll put on this way. So unzip the zipper and then grab the material on the boot, slide it on your toes, get your toes about halfway in, make sure that they're all flat. And then put the boot material under your leg. And then again, put your arm on the outside of your knee so you can kind of push sideways, and then pulling up on the boot material as you push down on your knee until you feel the heel go in. And then just zip up. And that's it. And then to take these ones off, again, just up, unzip, and then pull it off like that. Or up this way, unzip, and pull it off like that. A few other tips for buying shoes. I always buy shoes a size bigger just so that they are easier to get my foot in. There's more room in there to get my hand in to make sure my toes are flat. It also allows your feet to swell a little bit without causing any pressure issues or causing autonomic dysreflexia. I know that I've bought shoes before that were the exact right size, and my feet just freaked out all day long. My feet were sweaty, my legs were sweaty. It was not good news, and I didn't realize it for a little while, so I wore them a couple times until I realized what was happening, and my feet were just so uncomfortable in them. So it's just easier to buy either a half size or a full size bigger. And then making sure that the shoes can loosen somehow. So ones that are really fixed in their width and they have no way to loosen, either with like a zipper on the back or some sort of stretch here, I just find are really hard. And then when your feet swell, sometimes they're like, your skin starts to push out of the straps and stuff, and it just doesn't look pretty anyway. So that's how I put on my shoes, and those are the tips that I use in order to make my shoes fit easier. And I can pretty much wear any type of shoe I want. It just takes a little bit of strategizing and a little bit longer to look for the right shoe that's gonna work for you. All right, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, please hit the like button. If you did, please hit the like button and consider subscribing, and leave me a comment below if you have any shoes that you love that are easy to put on when you're paralyzed. That's all I got. I will catch you on the next video, guys. See ya.